Eugene.
Portions of this show are recorded. Strap in and be prepared.
I love growing the game. I can guarantee you, any other West Coast team that's watching this, I'm sure USC is gnashing their teeth right now saying, how come we couldn't have thought of this first?
Interesting guests.
It's Kelly Graves, Mike Parker, Coach Mark Waskowski, Melissa Lombardi.
Max Torres, El Toro, joining us.
Sharp opinions.
I think if you're a supporter of the NBA, that you should at least have some level of interest in the WNBA, because the things that interest you as a NBA fan should still interest you as a WNBA fan. That's just my opinion.
And some smiles.
Can you guess what position I played in football?
Left out?
No, I did not. Yeah, exactly. I had to think about that for a second. But yes, actually, I did not play. I was not big enough.
Goose tried to kill me today on the golf course.
Advance warning was given. It just apparently was not heard.
Okay.
I will dispute that in a court of law.
It's Danny Havel.
If you're driving and you're trying to do this in your head, pull off the side of the road. I don't need any accidents.
Justin Grossweiner.
I love to hear a coach go, we're going to focus on that bad 4-game stretch the rest of the season. We
and
will
make
never
sure that
do that again.
That might be a good point.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you could do that. Maybe that's another strategy.
Danny and Justin starts now on Fox Sports Eugene and Fox Sports Newport.
Hello, neighbors. Welcome. Hi, atop the Delta Triad, Crystal Palace. Fox Sports Eugene, Fox Sports Newport. We got the entire crew in here live from the Bigfoot Beverages studios. Thanks for lending us your ears for the fastest 60 minutes in sports. You can follow us on all the socials, Danny and Justin, and also wherever you podcast your music, your podcasts, I guess. I already said that. Danny and Justin, or the fastest 60 minutes over the air as well. In Eugene and Springfield at 102.9 FM, 1050 AM. I never really say that very much. And over on the coast, 92.7 KNCU. It's beautiful today. It's actually, we had a little rain, a little dusting of rain. We're going to have more this weekend. It's perfect right now. For me, it's absolutely perfect. We've got the entire crew. We've got Vegas, who's running his fingers through his hair, his locks. We've got Goose for the entire show. He and I hung out for a little bit last night, but I did not participate in his softball game. I'm Doc, and right over there is Justin Alexander Grossweiner. We call him Baby J. You know him, you love him. What a boy.
I think Vegas is a little sad about the Thunder losing some of their guys for some second-round picks.
What's going on? Oh, is
They're
that
getting a lot of second-round picks.
Dude, are you going to get on the microphone? Are you going to defend yourself a little bit? You need to lean in. See, that's what you need to do. Just go off the shoulder.
We're going to be buddies today.
Are you no? Are you sad? Are you despondent? Or
I'm bummed out, but I can live with it just because they were able to still draft 2 first-round picks. Actually, and Goose is wearing a Drake basketball shirt right now, and Bennett Sturts was one of them.
That's right.
Who transferred to Iowa but started out on Drake. Well, really started out playing JUCO, but went to
where
Drake.
Where JUCO? Was he in Jayhawk Conference?
Like Missouri,
Honestly,
something or another.
Yeah, I couldn't
or
even tell you. It was some random JUCO, but he's
JUCO.
He's probably going to play minutes. I mean, he's 22, 23 years old. And he's just a player that is ready to play. He's just older and more developed. Than
So here's
I'm guessing that the film they watched to draft him was against Oregon. I think he put up, 36 in that game at MK or whatever.
Really?
He was
at MK,
nuts in that game
but,
at MK.
might
I
as well be
watched
a
that
home
game.
So the other question is that how much has Dom, our boy Hawk, been slapping on you with all of this?
Honestly,
because you guys, between the Spurs and the Thunder, you guys are like knocking heads. It's not like you got one team in the East and one team in the West that, you don't have that confrontation. You guys are both at the elite level.
Yeah, I mean, he honestly hasn't been knocking on me that much just because
he's traveling.
Because they didn't win anything. I mean, they did. That's the truth. Like the thing is, the Thunder were the champions last year. The Knicks are the champions this year. When were the Spurs the champions? 2013, 2011. It was a little while ago. So they haven't won anything recently. It doesn't really make a difference.
Dom is pounding his computer screen right now, listening to us because he can't respond. He's muted now.
Northwest Missouri State, the Bearcats. That's where he was.
Oh yeah, so that's actually up in. Oh my! It's right outside of Kansas City. So
probably,
our friend,
probably in the Northwest Missouri area.
All right, jerk. Our buddy Dave Riggert from James Madison used to be the voice of the Bearcats. Just a little known fact. So there's a nugget for you. See, I know where it is.
Okay.
So Dave and I worked at the same city in Salina, Kansas for years. And then Dave, and he was like a fill-in guy for Kansas State as I was. And then he went to Northwest Missouri State. And he was their voice for like 8 or 9 years until he got the JMU job. That's how our connection is.
Yeah.
It's weird how in our circles in the radio world, how many people I've come across and run through that still end up coming back. No, I mean, but the connections are there, is what I'm saying. So
Small world.
So you and I got together last night.
We did.
So by the way, after today, 5 more Danny and Justin radio programs. That's it. After July 3rd, we're done. But, and kids, you want to be tuning in all next week. So it's going to be our circle around the base paths, rocking chairs, whatever. We're gonna hopefully we're flooded with gifts. But on Friday at the Graduate from 1 to 4, and you're going to be the whole time? Goose? We got you the whole time? All right. We're going to be on the couches. We're going to be interviewing some elite athletes for the Prefontaine Classic. It's going to be a blast. Have you seen the lineup? You saw the lineup.
Oh, yeah. You get Ryan Krauser and Cole Hawker in one show, that's a pretty good day, much less the other ones.
Yeah. So that'll be our last show. And then we're going to have an after party up at Laurelwood. We want to invite everybody to come and join us. Okay? There's not going to be like a guy at the door unless, we can get Vegas.
The general? The general's going to be at the door?
No, I was thinking more Vegas could be our bouncer because, he's a stunt man. He's tall. He's got broad shoulders.
There's only one person, Eugene, that's not a basketball player that's taller, and it's Jacob Archer.
That's very good. I love that as well, but Jake will be out of town. So we'll have the after party up at Laurelwood from 4:30 till 6 because we need to get everybody back down to Hayward Field for the evening events at the Prefontaine Classic. We don't want to, interrupt what they do there. But 5 more shows. You want to listen next week because we're going to have more announcements. So you played softball last night.
I did.
I
was going to come. You were going to come.
And what was my text?
It was going to rain, and it did.
Dude, I'm a fair weather fan when it comes to watching somebody else play over 50-year-old softball.
Yeah, it was a 7:45 start too, so that wasn't good.
So what happened?
It was a bit of a as my good
please
friend,
tell me. Please tell me I did not make a mistake.
You know B.G. Gould, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. In the words, I'm going to do my B.G. Gould impersonation right now. It was a calamity, Danny. It was a calamity. It was just a calamity. That's my favorite B.G. Gould word.
Oh my God! I love
we had some players who enforced a rarely known rule.
Okay, lay it out.
So with a pinch runner came in. We're 50. We have pinch runners sometimes.
Yeah.
But then that pinch runner's turn to come up to the bat happened. So the pinch runner turns and says, "Hey, I need a pinch runner for the pinch runner." And he goes up to the plate. And the guy on our team's like, "Hey, I don't think you can sub for a sub." And the ump says, "You're right."
You can't.
So batter's out. Other team didn't like that. Didn't enjoy that much.
Oh my Lord!
They came out and they started arguing. And at one point, one of their players then stomped and left the ballpark. Left the ballpark.
Walked off? He did a walk-off?
He walked off. As the game continued. As then the rain started falling. And then we came back up to hit. And another little-known rule in the league is you always have to have your number showing, But we had all been putting on. It was raining. We've been putting on sweatshirts. So the other team says, "Hey, you guys better be taking off those sweatshirts. If you're enforcing this rule on us, we're going to enforce that rule." So then we all had to take off our sweatshirts. We went up and hit. The other team decided to slow play going out on defense with the hope that the rain was going to come delay the game. It didn't until bottom of the 4th, and then
I love this.
The bottom of the 4th inning, the guy who left time to come up and hit came up. And so then at that point, the ump has to call him out too, and that set the other team off completely. They basically sat on the bench. The rain started falling. The ump called the game off due to a rain delay in the 4th inning, and it was over.
You're never going to forget this game.
Was it an official game, though?
It was not.
So
Which
you got to get to
I only
the 5th,
went 1
though.
for 3. I only went 1 for 3. That's good because in this league you should be hitting 500. So those stats don't count. I made sure. But yeah, so we were in the bottom of the 4th. You got to play 5. Although I would think, normally our games are 7 innings. It seems like if Major League is 5 for 9, we should be 4 for 7. They
Okay, so
ruled that it's
is it
not an
going to be
official
made
game.
up
It's
then?
apparently going to be made up at the end of the year, and hopefully some of
In
the
a doubleheader?
Hopefully, some of the tensions will have rolled over by then.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I think
There
I
was
need to be there for
some
that.
tension and some tension.
I actually kind of miss. I kind of wish I was there just to be a fan.
When Ninkasi and the aging heroes get together, you never know what's going to happen.
Are you the aging heroes?
No, we're Ninkasi.
Oh, okay.
We got a sponsor, man. You bet.
Oh, they're
So that was the story of softball that you missed last night.
Okay.
But
Well.
it did start to dump, and then we went to Papa's Pizza and got warmed up.
as you always do.
Correct.
Right. All right. But a little earlier, obviously.
Yes, yeah, closer to 9 than 9:30. Which
That's why he's here right now.
That's
The
true.
Danny, Justin, and Goose radio program here for a Friday. Big bets coming up in the last segment. Tyson Alger is going to join us here in about 10 minutes, and he's been covering World Cup in Seattle, and then he got up to Vancouver, and now I think he's back down in Seattle. I'm not sure. We're going to find out where he's at. U.S. played last night, lost. Not surprising. So so I want to ask you guys before we get Tyson on, it's kind of like there's a lot of teams, although Germany laid out their first line the other day.
They did.
And
lost.
Right. So I mean, we're at a stage where it's like the teams that have already clinched and they know they've already won their group are kind of backing off. And the U.S. did this as well. So does it make these last games kind of like meh to you?
It depends on if there's still stakes, and I don't actually know based on the games that are left. I know that there is a big domino to fall with Spain and Uruguay. If Spain loses that one, Spain
But that's
will
going
play.
to be a competitive, that there's something for both teams
Right,
to play
that's
for.
what I'm saying. If there's nothing to play for, what's your question exactly? You're asking, is it fun to watch?
So the
yesterday's-
only matches are that we're going to be really interested in if both sides have something to play for.
Well, even if one side has something to play for, you're going to see. I think.
But
you're
if
going to see
the
a
other
good
team's
match.
not rolling out their ones,
Yeah,
then
but sometimes those matches are like, if Germany put out their second line, they're still going to be better than a lot of teams. But they didn't even do that. So I don't know. I think.
So France,
kinda whatever to
Norway,
me.
and Senegal have advanced in the Group I based on the result that just happened between France and Norway, which I think was 4-1. So I don't think Haaland scored.
I don't think he played.
See, that's the whole thing I'm talking about, because
They didn't have
Norway
anything
already
to play
knew
for.
that.
Yeah.
But see, that's the point I'm trying to get to.
Did you
is
hear
that,
his quote though?
Don't tell me, because
His
you're
quote-
much more into
his
this.
quote
than I am.
before the match was something along the lines of, "Yeah, France is probably going to beat us, and they're probably going to win the whole tournament." Like he basically came out and said
What?
it. Yeah,
He actually said it
he
like
actually
that.
said it just like that after the previous match.
Man, if you're the coach
Coming
or the
into this
manager,
one.
you would go, shut your mouth. I mean, you're like distancing yourself from a championship before we even get to the round of 32. So now it's going to get really interesting, because now we get to what we call the knockout round. So it's like it's not like pool play where you get 3 matches, you're guaranteed. Now it's like you lose, you're done. No double elimination, just like the NCAA tournament. You're done. You lose, that's it. So the advantage in the pool play is that if you win your pool and you have enough goals and such, they're going to rank you, and then you get the best draw in that next round. And the U.S. has a pretty favorable draw, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Justin,
they're
you're much more
playing,
into this again.
Bosnia,
Bosnia,
Herzegovina.
yeah, exactly. I think that's you expect to win that one, and the
So
United
get to the round of 16. So you get to the next round.
Yeah, no, and then we'll see what happens there, because then they'll play the winner of Group G, and then that whoever plays and wins between them and the third place between like 5 groups.
So I believe the next U.S. match is going to be Wednesday. And it's like right in the middle of the day.
5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, 5? Really? I thought it was like at 2 or something. I thought it was 5.
Danny
It's
was
fine.
looking at Eastern time, apparently. 5 o'clock Eastern time would be 2.
Okay. So
Maybe that's what you're looking at.
probably. I don't know. The Danny, Justin, and Goose, that's the voice of Goose. Vegas is here as well, looking at his phone because he's bored, because he's not even running the board until the end of this, where he's going to help you out, because you need
We
to
got
have.
some great big bets today, though.
Oh, yeah, we
yeah. You shook things up on Big Bets in the last
If you're calling
segment.
in today, you might want to go Google some sports you haven't heard of before.
Can I tell people what it is then?
Go for
right
it.
now.
It's
Okay,
your show.
so
Not my show. It's your show.
It's our show. It's not my show. So we're gonna have AUSL.
Heck yeah.
Portland and Texas. I'm just going to tell you the games right now so you can get prepared.
You should, because people are going to need to research.
Okay, so we have AUSL, which is going to be Portland and Texas. We've got Portland as well in the WNBA against Chicago, and Portland's on the road. And, of course, you can hear that game right here on Fox Sports Eugene, Fox Sports Newport. We've got, now we'll go World Cup with Egypt against Iran. Does that mean anything, Baby J? So why don't you look that up, and you can tell me, and we'll circle back to it. Croatia against Ghana in the World Cup. And then, so is the Cubs-Brewers game tonight or the one tomorrow?
The Miz against the Cubs.
Oh, so it's Miz
against Colin Ray.
You know what? You're a jerk right now. You are absolutely a jerk. You're going to make Justin and I pick against the Cubs.
And I got Justin having to pick between Portland and Chicago in the WNBA.
Yeah, that's not as much of a thing for him.
No.
I'm just going to say that's not.
No.
That's not.
Yeah.
So, and then our total. Our tiebreaker is going to be the total points, total run. It still runs, but it's total points for the Bananas and
The Party Animals
and the
tomorrow,
Party Animals for tomorrow night's game at Autzen Stadium, because the Party Animals and the Bananas are playing this weekend at Autzen. And of course, if you missed Ryan Gillum, who we snagged him earlier this week. Go back to the podcast and listen to Danny and Justin. I think it was Tuesday, right, Justin? It was Tuesday or Wednesday that we had him, because we did an all-baseball show on Tuesday, and Jacob Archer was awesome as well, and he got his nickname, and he liked it. You hear the nickname for Jacob Archer? It's Crash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he liked that, and that's where he gave us the nugget that there is an old-school Emeralds jersey in Bull Durham.
I knew that.
See,
I did know that, yeah.
Actually, I think it was Wednesday.
I think it was Wednesday as well. Doesn't matter. Just like and subscribe the podcast, and you'll get every single episode.
What do you want to hear about if Egypt and
so
Iran
Egypt
make
and
it?
Iran.
Do these games matter? They're in big bets. They clearly matter. If nothing else.
To
for
us,
big
they
bets,
matter.
They matter.
Okay, so Egypt basically is the only one in Group G with a win. So this actually is a very competitive group.
There you go. Great.
Iran, Belgium, and New Zealand are all pretty much right there with each other. Iran is in second, so if Iran wins, they're definitely going to make it through.
Okay.
I think if they tie, it'll depend on goal differential, which
So
right now...
Egypt's got something to play for. Iran's got something to play
Egypt,
for.
if they win, they win the group. So there's definitely a lot at stake there.
Okay, Croatia and Ghana. Is that something that, again, we're trying to help out the listeners. By the way, have the phone
that
number
one means
handy.
something, for sure.
For Coquel Casino Resort, we do this thing every week on Big Bets that you play against us. So the three of us, and we got to get Laura's bets in here as well. So maybe I'll send Vegas out there, as long as he's off his phone, heading into the front room and get Laura's picks. Is if we have the best record, then we win, and $100 goes to South Coast Special Olympics, which is awesome. And Coquel Casino Resort have done that many, many, many times. Thank goodness, because we've won. If you, the listener, win, then you get a 2-night stay at Coquel Casino Resort, which is absolutely fantastic, and $100 on your player's card, which means you can, play the slots, or you can't use it for sports betting, and you got to be 21 or over, but you can use it even for food and things like that down there. So that's what we do every single week here, and we'll keep doing that here on the Danny and Justin radio program one more time next week, next Friday, our last show. The countdown's on. 5 more shows after today. And someone's calling me right now. So here we go. So let's take our break. We'll come back. Tyson Alger. Oh, so by the way, sorry, you looked up Croatia and Ghana.
Yeah,
Is
that definitely means something for sure.
Okay, so Goose. No, you know what? Tell me, you did not.
I had no idea.
You had no clue.
I had no clue.
All right, so do your research. Portland, Texas, and AUSL. Portland, Chicago, and the Fire. Playing the Sky, I believe, from Chicago. Egypt, Iran in World Cup. Croatia, Ghana in World Cup. Cubs and Brewers.
And the Bananas for your over-under points.
There we go. When we come back, we'll have Tyson Alger talking World Cup and other things with the wonderful reporter from Lookout Eugene-Springfield and also the I-5 corridor next here on the Danny and Justin and Goose radio program. I love you guys. You here sitting in this room and the guys and the gals that listen to the program. the Danny and Justin radio program is going away after next Friday. I want you to tune in on Wednesday. Can you all do that on Wednesday? I will have some news for you that I think you'll be happy about. Vegas, you got everybody's picks in? Beautiful. Okay. Big bets coming up in the last segment. Let's head on over to the Oregon Man Clinics hotline at 343-5673 and welcome in our good friend, returning guests. It's our dear buddy, Tyson Alger from Lookout Eugene-Springfield, the I-5 Corridor podcast. He covers a lot of things with the Ducks. He also is an aficionado when it comes to the beautiful game, covering the Timbers. That's kind of where Tyson, I want to ask you, was the whole thing with the Timbers like kind of where you started and decided to break out?
Yeah, that was. I think that was my gateway drug.
Jeez, dude, you went there right away. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was like I got a little experience of what this World's game was like, and like suddenly, I'm the guy who like 3 weeks ago was flying to Miami to see the Timbers play Messi, and then like I think I've run my car completely into the ground over the last 2 weeks driving to Seattle and Vancouver.
Driving
the first 2 weeks of this World Cup, but. Yeah, I grew up in Alaska. We didn't really have a whole lot of soccer up there. I went to college in Montana, and I'm sure you guys all have a list of your top 10 favorite Montana soccer players. But, mine's a little thin. Like I was never like anti-soccer or like against it. Like I don't think I ever like harbored like the kind of the stereotypical like American, oh, it's a slow sport, or they're soft, or there's all the fake injury. Like, I don't think I had that. I just didn't really have exposure to it. So I didn't really care and or pay attention. And so doing the corridor in 22, I think, the Oregonian had announced that they were stopping Timbers coverage full time, and they were moving their second reporter over to the Ducks. And I kind of first saw it as like a business opportunity of like, hey, like they don't have any traditional reporters covering them. Like I can fill the role here. And then it kind of evolved from me having a complete meltdown the first time I had to write about like a 0-0 draw. I thought writing about the Red Box Bowl in 2017 was a challenge. Let me tell you what. There are games where literally nothing can happen, and but like to like kind of go from that to then kind of getting the hang of like the rhythm and the cadence and learning a little bit about the game. And what I ultimately found is like once I got like a feel for the roster and the players and knew a little bit of their stories, like that's when I was hooked. Like there's still so much about soccer I don't understand, but I think for me, sports has always kind of been about kind of like connection and storyline and being able to like relate to things. And, that ends up turning into the World Cup, where like the last week has been one of the cooler experiences of my life, being able to just see so many people from different countries that have so much different about them, but like everyone just like wanting to talk ball, which was like really cool.
We'll dive into that in just a second here. From the Frontiersman, the Garden Island, the Oregonian, and the Athletic, and you can follow him, Tyson Alger, Alger. He covers the Ducks for Lookout Eugene-Springfield. He has a great podcast, the I-5 Corridor, Timbers, and all other things that he wants to talk about. It's Tyson Alger. We call him the commish here on the Danny and Justin radio program. He joins us. He was in Seattle, in Vancouver. You got to fly a little. Was that a little private plane that you flew from Seattle up into Vancouver? So I saw, I follow you, so I see the pictures you put up, and it looked like you had a little headsets on, and you were flying up to Vancouver.
Well, I mean, like, so here's the deal.
Okay.
Team I-5 Corridor's base camp for the World Cup was on Friday Harbor, San Juan Island. It's kind of a popular place in the summer. The plan was I was going to like cover U.S. Australia, drive to Anacortes, take the ferry, and get to camp. Turns out the ferries were all full, and I just assume that everybody's father is a airline pilot. Like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll jump in my plane and just like pick you up. Like, don't you guys do that? Like, that's not normal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny, Tyson.
It's cool. I don't even have to call him. There's just an app. I don't ever actually have to speak with the guy. But no.
That looked pretty cool, dude.
No, I can uniquely relate to your experience, Tyson, just because of you being from Alaska and kind of feeling like I don't think people understand how isolated it feels up there, and there's no professional sports for the most part. They kind of venture up there sometimes, but just to have you at the World's Game is really cool for me to see you go through that. But U.S. yesterday, not a great performance. Obviously, not necessarily the guys that were going to be the first team. Some guys didn't play. But how concerned are you after that one? Because it feels a little bit like you would have liked to win it. It's not great to go into the round of 32 on a loss, but at the same time...
But in the last second, though, they lose.
And the team you saw the first two matches was just so strong.
The thing is for about like 6 hours or so, I got to live in like that bizarro alternate universe where the U.S. tied to me, guys. Like I turned it off, I think, in the 95th minute.
Oh, wow.
I might not have seen the equalizer, so that was kind of like a fun. I was scrolling through tweets and was like, it appears I missed out.
Okay.
I don't think that was an issue, like, at all. Like, the U.S. had already clinched. Like, there was literally nothing for them to play for other than you're playing in front of a home crowd who probably prefer to see the U.S. at least get a point out of it. But
right,
you had major kind of roster shifting. Pulisic didn't start. I just think it's fine. Like, it's the Dodgers probably lost the last game of the regular season last year, and that didn't really affect them come playoffs because they had already clinched a lot of things, and the playoffs is what mattered. And so, I think we're still kind of getting used to the kind of the cadence and the rhythm of the World Cup, and especially as a U.S. audience, because suddenly we're good and we're okay, and like you have all these like positive signs, and then like a loss happens, and especially it's kind of dramatic in that way. I think there's a lot of American fans that don't quite know how to react to it, but like ultimately, like, that game didn't matter, and the one that matters is coming up in San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, it's like like an NFL team that has the bye already, and they're playing the Week 17 or Week 18 game, and they're throwing out all the subs to see if they can get a few reps. Right? That's kind of what we equate it to.
100%. Peyton Manning was on the bench. He was completely screwing over his fantasy owners. But it's for the best for the postseason.
Tyson and I have known each other for about 10 years. We worked together. We traveled together. We had some drinks and meals together. I have no idea who this person is we're talking to on the radio right now. I've never had soccer conversations. He's like talking about soccer strategies and travels.
Look at this.
I was hoping we were going to talk some duck football, some duck basketball when he came on, but apparently he's a soccer guy now.
No,
so
soccer guy is absolutely what we're
So I'm
going
to defer the next question to Justin, because I can't start or finish a soccer conversation.
Well, ask him a duck
when
question
you guys
if you
come
want.
back to football or basketball, let me know and I'll jump in. But for now, take it away, Justin.
All right.
Yeah, the amount, Steve, the amount of times over the last probably 5 days I've had that exact, like, boy, like even 2020 Tyson wouldn't know who the heck is sitting in the car with me. But like, lucky for you, I can tone it down for you. I am
dumb it down, please. Dumb it down for me. Yes.
Like, I am doing banana ball on Saturday.
I saw that. Yeah.
Dude, are you or what? Are you like in the
he had
press
a story
box?
today. He went through all the rules, so I learned my banana. In fact, we have on our big bets today. The tiebreaker is total, but I had total runs originally, and then I read Tyson's story, and I learned that they have points and not runs, and with that, we had to change it. So you have already educated me today on. I'll say banana ball is a little bit closer to the Tyson I know than soccer.
Yeah, it's definitely something that is completely nonsense, but for some reason people like it. Like I relate well.
All right, I want to get back to the U.S.
I'm going to go get
Justin's
a drink.
really in this.
I'll be back in a few.
No, take your headphones off. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Okay, so what level of team do you think the U.S. is right now? And what I mean by that, it seems like, okay, France is just probably the best team in this tournament. They obviously are just front to back with their lineup, just so good. Argentina's got Messi. Like, there's some teams out there that's like, all right, this team's certainly better than the U.S. on paper. But what level is that? Like, how far up is the U.S.? Like, how far could they go?
I think the U.S. is playing right now like maybe a 9-3, 8-4 Big Ten football team.
Okay.
Like they're not undefeated. They're not nearly the front runner to like win the whole thing, but like they're playing like at a certain level of respectability. Like the thing that I was really just like impressed with in the Paraguay game and then Australia was you're used to the U.S. being this team that kind of has to survive on the counter. It needs kind of like miraculous goals from big players like Landon Donovan or Clint Dempsey, or you need Tim Howard to save 20 shots in a game. That kind of used to be like, you know, the hold on and hope sort of way. And, you know, between 4-1 against Paraguay and then 2-0, that means 0, by the way, guys.
No, I know. Constantly reminds me.
I constantly remind him, by the way.
What kits are they going to be wearing?
Yeah.
Good question.
It was just cool to see them like on their front foot from the start, and for them to like look like aggressive and to like have like kind of a bit of an identity. I mean, the Australia one was fascinating just because the Aussies wanted to play this like counter game, the slow it down game, let the Americans tire themselves out, and then maybe capitalize on an opportunity. And like that just doesn't work when the U.S. is winning every 50-50 ball and pressing and taking the attack to them. The game yesterday, again, I don't think that one really matters. I don't think you can take a whole lot from it, but I just think the U.S. it's a team that probably doesn't have the high ceiling of obviously some of like the blue bloods, if you will, just because we don't have those like elite level talents. But I think, you know, where the Americans are right now compared to past World Cups is like you just have like a lot more depth at positions that like you didn't have before. And you know, the Australia game in particular, you can be down your best player in Christian Pulisic, and you know, instead you have Alex Freeman scoring a goal for you. And it, you know, turns out it helps like that we're in an era where like sons and daughters of elite athletes here in this country like feel it's okay to tell their parents that they want to play soccer, and so that's, you know, it was cool to see like Alex Freeman like score a goal in the same city that his dad scored some touchdowns with the Packers. But yeah, like I think we're a good team. I think we're a team that can beat, you know, teams that we're supposed to beat, but whether or not like that matches up against like the Frances or the Argentinas or you know, just some of the more competitive countries, like we're going to start finding out here pretty quickly.
He is in a very self-deprecating way saying he's an increasingly below-average hockey player, originally from Palmer, Alaska, proud University of Montana graduate. He's called Oregon home since 2012. It's Tyson Alger. We call him the commish here on the Danny Justin radio program. All right, we're going to totally switch gears because it's front and center for Oregon baseball fans as Berkeley maybe assigns with Mississippi State. Colin Clark is at TCU. There's been an exodus from Mark Wasikowski's squad. So that's going to be front and center for us for the next couple of days because the portal closes in 4 days. And I think the leaking has stopped. So I want to get your opinion on Oregon baseball, what they've been able to sign in the offseason. I know you've been focused on the beautiful game in the last couple of weeks, but there's still been news that's come out. So, I mean, this is literally an arms race in terms of money. So how does Mark Wasikowski combat that?
Oh, that's a good question because I think that they're trying to figure that out. You know, I talked to him for a sit down last fall, kind of like right at the start of the school year, and this is kind of what he was forecasting is, you know, baseball is still a sport where you can look at the College World Series and there's going to be one or two teams there where you can point to and be like, see, like it's not all big money teams that make it here.
Right.
But that's just because baseball is quirky and weird things can happen when you get to the postseason. But by and large, the same things are happening in baseball as they are every other sport. Like the money is just pouring into some of these programs in the SEC, in the South. And, you know, I got the sense that Wasikowski kind of like knew like just like how hard it was for the Ducks to do what they did this season, and like how close they got after the Texas series ended, just because during his post-game presser he was very proud and wanted to acknowledge the fact that, like, you know, we're a homegrown operation. We don't have the transfer portal guys. It's all about development, and those are a lot of things that he hammered to me back in the last fall. It's just like, if we can't sign all these guys, if we can't keep all these guys, we just have to be able to have better coaches who can develop guys better. And, you know, you can do that to an extent, but then, you know, you develop a guy like, you know, Jackson, or like Milwaukee or some of those other guys who is just like, okay, cool, you have young cornerstone players that you can build around, and then they disappear. And, you know, I thought Mabius was fantastic at catcher as well.
Yeah.
It's just it's tough because I think they got really, really, really close. I think Wasikowski's been, I think, the most consistently good coach on campus for the last, you know, we're getting close to almost a decade of this being like in the conversation.
People don't remember that, but yeah, it's been a while.
But it just feels like, you know, baseball and football were both like flirting with like where they wanted to get to in the old era, and like both of them had kind of like figured it out to an extent. And for football, you know, it was being different and jerseys and attention, and, you know, since we've gotten to the money era, you know, at least football's been able to like survive and adapt, because like Oregon, it's very important to kind of the image and the success of this university for football to be there. I mean, like, for goodness sakes, Dante Moore's in Japan right now with his face on billboards all across Tokyo.
Crazy.
It's so important. Like, that is so much of Oregon's identity, but, you know, that identity doesn't necessarily filter over financially to other things. And you know, you're kind of seeing, you know, I would never discount Wasikowski out, or like, you know, any baseball team out. Like, you do see teams that can like put together a magic season with less, on paper, less talented players. But I think, you know, it's baseball is about kind of the long-term consistency. It's about looking at numbers over a period of time. And, you know, the Ducks might still be able to have like a couple peak seasons here, but it's just going to get harder. Like, that's all it is. It's just going to get harder.
Thank God. That's the Tyson Alger I know and love. We're talking some Oregon sports here.
Go.
And the things
I want to bring Goose back into this.
As long as we got you there, Tyson, you broke a little news today. And speaking of the finances of sports, sounds like Oregon football might have some new revenue streams coming in.
Yeah, so back in, I believe it was January, the NCAA approved for football teams to sell up to 2 jersey patches on their I almost said kits. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. You're still in that mode.
Come on.
Goose is going to rail on you a second.
And they're not going to have training in the spring. They're going to have practice.
Boy, that would have been a yellow card, I tell you what. So yeah, you can have up to two sponsor patches on your jerseys. I'm new here, but I do think that Oregon might have some pretty popular jerseys in college football. They might be arguably the most famous ones in college. So yeah, this is prime advertising space. And as I was talking with Rob Mullins yesterday about the Savannah Bananas and how the Ducks are like looking to use Autzen as an increasingly additional revenue stream, he said we're looking kind of at like everything right now, from logos on the field to, he said, we're kind of going all in on the jersey patch thing. And so I kind of paused and asked, are we going to see patches on jerseys this fall? And he said, like they're having the talks just as everybody else is. So, which is kind of like a fascinating thing to think about, because that's got to be one of the more valuable jersey spaces. But also, like, from Oregon's perspective, you do have this thing that is such a large part of your brand and your identity and your success. I think an awful lot of thought probably gets put into like who you want to be associated with on the most famous jersey in college football.
Yeah, man, on the shoulder pads. I mean, you get that arm for each half. When you're looking down the line, you're going to see the patch there. I mean, that's going to be valuable commodity space.
You know, I would like to break some news that we can officially say that the I-5 corridor has removed its bid.
We'll take that, bud.
We put together something we thought was pretty competitive, but it's just we decided it wasn't a good fit for us.
Dude, we could talk for another hour. I love listening to your podcast. Really appreciate you being a part of the program. This will be the last time you're on Danny and Justin, but we're going to have you back when we have our next alliteration of a show here on Fox Sports Eugene and Fox Sports Newport, bud.
I can't wait, guys. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sad here or happy, but I'll
be happy.
I'll wait on it.
Maybe we'll let the I-5 corridor break the news.
Yeah, maybe we will. Yeah. You never know. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man. Good to chat.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Bye.
There he goes. Tyson Alger, the commish. All right, we got a race here. Guys, I keep telling you.
Quick picks.
Quick picks when we come up. The Danny, Justin, and Goose radio program.
I got a lot to say about these AUSL softball games.
No, cut him off. Cut his microphone off. We're going to have our picks and your picks on Big Bets next on the Danny and Justin Show.
These guys think they know sports.
You think you're better than me?
The winners, the losers. Let's put their knowledge to the test.
Prove it.
It's time for Big Bets, presented by Coquel Casino Resort.
Belgium advances if they beat New Zealand in the World Cup, by the way. That's the last thing we're going to talk about, the World Cup. All right, here we go, kids.
Not the last thing.
Yeah, you're going to be betting on two of them.
Okay, you're right. So Big Bets are here on a Friday. We're going to race through our picks, and you get on the phone line right now. The Oregon Man Clinics hotline at 343-5673. You got to sit there and wait for a couple of seconds. If you are successful with better picks than us as the guests, hosts, you win a 2-night stay at Coquel Casino Resort. $100 on your player's card. You cannot have one in this session. You got to be 21 or over. You can't use the $100 on your player's card for sports betting. Those are the only rules. Here we go. AUSL.
Heck yeah.
Portland and Texas. And it's at Texas.
The Volts. No, it's in Portland.
Oh, it's in Portland. All right, so
Hillsborough.
Goose, you start us out. You pick the games this week.
Give me the Hillsborough Cascades.
All right. He's going Portland. Baby J?
I'll go Texas.
The Volts.
I'll go Volts.
Laura says Volts. Blaze says Volts. Wow. I'm going Portland. By the way, Goose is 3 games behind you. 2 games behind me because I'm 1 game behind you in the standings. I'm even at 30-30. So, next game, we're going WNBA. Portland and Chicago. You start out.
I'm going to go Portland here. I think that's an easier one than Goose thought.
You picked Chicago last time. I'm also going Portland. Staying with Portland. Goose?
Light my fire.
Portland?
No. Chicago. Oh, I thought I'm
sorry. That's the Sky.
Give me the Sky.
So
I want the
now
Sky.
you're making me change.
Is it the Chicago Fire? Isn't there like a soccer
team? That's
MLS. Okay, I knew that.
No, you didn't, obviously.
I knew there was a Chicago Fire.
Light my fire.
There was a great one a long time ago as well.
So cleaning it all up. There was a big one. Cleaning it all up. I'm taking the Chicago. I'm taking Chicago.
They're the Sky. Laura takes Chicago. Blaze takes Portland. All right. World Cup. Egypt and Iran. It means something. I will go first. I'm going Egypt. Baby J.
I will go Egypt as well. Are we including ties in this?
So you can do draw. You can do a draw.
I'll do a
so
draw.
you're going to do draw now? You're going to do draw?
I'll do
all
draw.
Right. Goose?
In honor of the great pro wrestler, the Iron Sheik, give me Iran.
Egypt and Iran, Laura and Blaze on that. So they're split. Croatia and Ghana, again, draw or one of the 2 teams. Goose, you start.
Ghana.
Baby J?
I also think Ghana. I think somebody's going to win this one.
Somebody's going to win this one?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Croatia. There you go. Cubs, Brewers. A setup
if there ever was
by
one.
Goose on this whole thing.
The Miz on the mound.
You know what?
Cy Young favorite, the Miz
By
on
the
the
way,
mound.
you're a jerk. Laura takes the Cubs. Blaze takes the Brewers. Goose?
Brewers. Come on. Nobody in their right mind would take Colin Ray over Jacob Mizorowski. What do you say?
Yeah,
Cubs.
Nobody in the right mind except for me.
And me. We're both taking
Awesome.
Cubs. I'm literally texting you every single inning tonight. All right, so the total points between the Bananas and the Party Animals on Saturday at Austin Stadium?
13.
13's already taken by Blaze.
12.
Oh,
12.
good for
Baby
you
J.
boys. 9.
Okay, I'm going to go 10. All right, phones are open at 343-5673. If you're on the line right now, you can hop on and pick against us. If you beat our best score, the hosts, you win a 2-night stay with $100 on your player's card from Coquel Casino and Resort. So we normally get 2 or 3 or 4. You know, I think the most we've ever had is 4 listeners call in.
AUSL is probably not going to attract an all-time high. I will warn you, but
So I'm just
I
saying,
had
if
to do
we
it.
if we get nobody from the crowd, it's on you.
that's fine by me. Hey,
So-
you guys have taken this thing off the rails the last
I should've
couple
just-
weeks, and I went further today.
I should have just done the same picks as Goose.
There you go.
Yeah, and you would have
played
messed him
some
up,
D.
but you couldn't because you were picking before him.
And you couldn't
Yeah,
because
that
you
was thanks
refused
to
to bet
you.
against the Cubs.
That's true.
Because you refused to bet against the Cubs, you couldn't.
Listen, I'm out of this. I've told you guys I'm not picking games anymore, and I'm not going to go back on my word. I'm not picking games. You guys, I'm not selecting the games that we pick.
Well, it sounds like Baby J's got the picks for the final Danny and Justin show.
He does. That'll be next week at the Graduate. We'll be talking about the Prefontaine Classic with a lot of great guests, 1 to 4. It's our last Danny and Justin radio program, but I want everybody to tune in next Wednesday right here to the show.
This
we
isn't
have-
going to be like New Coke or something where you're just going to change it to like the Justin and Danny show,
That's
right?
what I
This
said.
is going to be, is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to
Okay.
do that.
I know.
I think people will be happy.
Okay.
But I need a call. Come on, there's a list. See, you screwed us.
I know.
Nobody.
I did.
Listen,
You guys decided we were
this-
carrying this into seasons with sports that nobody cares about.
Come on, we need one caller. Help me out, kids. One caller.
Someone be brave.
Come on now. Come on. Vegas is waiting to pick up the phone for you. This has never happened to us.
Brad waiting in line already for the bananas
I
tomorrow or
don't
something?
think Brad is here. He's traveling the world right now.
Oh.
So Monday, do we have our guest for Monday yet? Do we know who we're going to
No,
have?
not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So I'm going to the Bananas game on Saturday.
I'm going Sunday.
You're going Sunday. Baby J, are you out of
Here we
town
go.
again? All right, we got a caller? We do. Who is it? Let's put him on.
Steve.
Steve! Which Steve are you, though? We have like 7 Steves.
I'm the one that won a couple weeks ago.
All right,
I
that's
just
fine.
thought- I'm just addicted.
All right,
And I
that
got
boy.
it.
Love it.
Oh,
All
we
right.
love it.
It was way cool. All right, I'll do my
AUSL.
picks.
AUSL,
Right.
Portland, Texas.
Okay, I'll go Texas, then I'll go Chicago, then Iran, Ghana, Brewers, and total points of 11.
Wow.
That'll give people to get more time to call in.
That a boy.
Appreciate
Look
it.
at
Thank
you.
you, Steve.
You are
Nice
the
job.
man. Steve, you got a gold star. That a boy. Thanks, bud. Wow, and I wrote all those down. So he took Texas, Chicago, Iran, Ghana, and the Brewers.
Good.
And 11 for the total points. We got time for one more real quick if you want to get in on the Oregon Man Clinics hotline at 343-5673. And if you want to do it just like Steve did, just wrap them out,
Boom.
I'm good with that. I'm going to do it 35 more seconds. So we'll do that. So are you playing golf this weekend, by the way?
Not that I know of.
Are you playing any charity tournaments next
No,
week?
Not that I know of. There was one today up at Tokati for like the Mackenzie River restoration that some friends of mine were in, but I
Did
couldn't
you
make
see
it.
the one for Diamond Woods where it was like pick your poison in July? We'll talk about that
We
one
got
as well.
Morty.
All right. Morty! Here we go, bud. You ready?
You guys get all fun. Go, go, go.
Here we go. All right. Portland, Texas.
Portland,
Portland, Chicago.
Portland,
Egypt, Iran.
Iran,
Croatia, Ghana.
Ghana,
Cubs, Brewers.
Cubs,
Total points, Bananas.
14.
Okay, thanks, bud. All right. Let's do dad joke real quick. Really quick.
Oh, a joke.
I got fired from the bank today. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her.
Dad jokes.
What kind of music do elves listen to? They listen to rap music. God bless, be well, put a smile on your face. Someone else's. They deserve it. So do you. Thanks for listening.